going on, YouTube? This is going to be our second video here, man. We're going to be playing and hopping into more Arc Raiders. I actually had an idea that I was going to be uploading a Call of Duty video, sometime this week. And it was going to be kind of about the state of Call of Duty, where it's heading and just the current state and, my thoughts and opinion on it. And then I was like, you know what? I also have another idea because I have almost 200 hours on Arc Raiders. You guys have been seeing me on stream every day, grind it, really enjoying it. And I kind of want to intertwine the videos to the point where a lot of the things Call of Duty is doing wrong and that we're going to, dive really deep into in a super well articulated commentary, probably upload next week. I kind of wanted to, give the praise and just my thoughts on, this game in general. So hope you guys enjoy the video. We're going to just be doing a live commentary. As you guys can see, we've been at work here on Arc Raiders. So I think we are done with Flickering Flames. This is the last time, I recorded my first video. And then we're also ready for the expedition. We're already done with the expedition. So we have, and then also I think we're done with the quest as well. So we're here to PvP. We're here to goop up. And I think I'm just going to do some Hydro Complex runs on damn Battlegrounds for you guys. And I hope you guys enjoy the video. All right, let's hop into a game of damn Battlegrounds. We're going to be running the Kettle and the Pharaoh. Just quick loadout. Nothing, too fancy. I got accused yesterday of cheating for having a Kettle macro. I think Mark said they're going to work on that, obviously. I just got a fast trigger finger, but yeah, man, today we're going to be talking about Arc Raiders, dude, and we're going to be talking about kind of where my thoughts are and answering the question is why is this game an anomaly? Why is this game so popular? I'm sure there's a lot of casual viewers and a lot of people that, have been watching, and obviously the game's growing. People are tuning into, the big streamers. Burnt Peanut is the #1 guy. And this game is an anomaly where you're seeing it grow through time instead of, the player base dropping off. And that's really rare when it comes to a game. And I figured I'd want to kind of just give my thoughts on it and my take on first what my enjoyment of the game and my rating of the game, but also the bigger picture of where I think this game is heading. As I think it has a lot to do with the future of gaming and the landscape of, content more than people think. I could be wrong, of course, but so yeah, I had somebody come in my stream yesterday and ask me, what do I think of, Arc Raiders? I have about 200 hours on the game. I've been playing it every day for about, a month and a half. I can never get over the soccer ball. And of course we got a pretty bad spawn, but you know what? We're still going to go to Hydro. And, dude, honest to God, I didn't really expect to enjoy the game as much as I have, I think one of the things that it does really well, and like I said, we were going to talk about it pretty much a little bit later, is the type of game it is the barrier to entry is so important in today's world when it comes to these games. And by barrier of entry, it means, there's games out there that, if you're a gamer that you haven't tried necessarily, that you might really you might really enjoy, but you just have never had the time and you never had the audacity to give it a chance. So you never really got to sink your teeth in to get addicted to it, you know what I mean? So you'll never know if you like something or not until you try it. There's some old man wisdom right there. And the thing about this game is that the barrier of entry, I'm not gonna lie, it starts out a little slow. It started out a little slow for me. Obviously I'm new to extraction shooters. It's one of the only genres I feel like I've never really, got time to play. I played some looter shooters here and there. I played some Destiny 2, but it's definitely not an extraction shooter, and it's not the same as an extraction shooter. And this game is just special in certain ways that I don't think people have cared to realize yet. Is that first, the world, the world building of this game, the art style, everything like that is super cool, and I really enjoy. But the maps, the map variety is really insane as well. I think every map has its own personality. I think every map has its own, unique, build to it, flow to it, depending on what you want to do. And just what you want to look at. So it's got a good variety for a game at release. So if you've been gaming here for a while, then you're gonna remember the times where Fortnite blew up. Actually, we'll go further back before Fortnite, right? These games have these trends, and game types have these trends, and you just really can't ignore it. And Battle Royale was the thing, man. Battle Royale was blowing up. Battle Royale as a game type was so revolutionary in so many ways in terms of content and the encounters that you would had. And the honest to God, the biggest thing I think why Battle Royale blew up is the moments and the variety of moments that it would give you. And it started with H1Z1 days You know, H1Z1 was huge. I was on Taunt Fest. I was on Echo Fox with Twin Galaxies and the homie Jace. Shout out to Jace. And oh, somebody's in here. Hold on. Got him. Hey, calm down, buddy.
Reload. It's correct.
That's another thing they have to fix is the mic's cutting out. And yeah, Battle Royale was always just the flavor, man. And that was like the main thing I wanted to talk about in this video is that Battle Royale evolved over time. And the reason why Battle Royale, in my opinion, is so popular for so long, and it still is very popular, is it's a bridge of content. It's an ideology of proximity chat in the moments, and that every game is different, and every game has a different result. And it just really was just a ship of opportunity when it comes to like the gameplay loop, so it doesn't really get old and repetitive. And because of that, you know, the streaming world was blowing up, and it just makes games more popular, man. When games like you get on a game and you have these encounters that are clip worthy, that are stream worthy, all it does is puts it to a casual eye or a viewer's eye, and it makes them popular, and it makes them more popular than ever. That's why Shroud said that, you know, Peanut is one of the main reasons why this game is blown up. I don't think you guys understand how many people that, like, someone like Burnt Peanut is responsible for people getting on this game and at least giving it a try. And I think this is why I wanted to talk about this game today is I think Battle Royales are kind of dying out. I mean, this isn't like a secret or anything like that or an opinion. Like, the game type of Battle Royale and the genre of Battle Royale has gotten very stale. You know, games have really tried doing as much as they can to change it. Apex has done a great job. I don't even play Apex, but I would say Apex has done the best job of trying to evolve the genre and change things up in their game as much as possible. And then obviously Fortnite. And Fortnite is like one of the first extremely uberly successful live service games, to the point where these guys are on point with like the idea of what a live service game should be and what it should bring. Obviously you have games like League of Legends that were before it, but Fortnite obviously has an unlimited amount of content. But the genre of Battle Royale, man, it's getting stale, and I think the reason why is like the adrenaline rush and the dopamine hit of you winning a game in Battle Royale. For me personally, it's not hitting the same way it used to. You still, like, there's a bunch of other factors too, of like certain games not having proximity chat. Skill-based matchmaking is a really, really big problem, which I'm gonna go on a fucking uber tangent in one of these videos about skill-based matchmaking, and we're gonna break this shit down to a fucking T, in my opinion, on this. Trust me, I could yap for 45 fucking minutes about skill-based matchmaking, okay? But, yeah, the genre of Battle Royale, man, let me know if you guys agree. Like, it's getting old. The idea, like, you're not getting the same dopamine hit for, you know, when you win a game, because that's what BR is for, right? Like, the whole idea was to win a game, whether it's PUBG, which evolved after H1Z1, and then Fortnite came along, and then Apex, and all these games, man, like, Battle Royale, like, the randomness, you know, the moments, and that adrenaline rush and that dopamine hit and that serotonin hit, it's not the same as it used to be. And the genre has just gotten stale. It's the same thing with arena shooters. The genre is getting stale. And it's been getting stale for a while. Now, the reason I wanted to talk about Arc Raiders is this is my first extraction shooter. But the idea that you're combining so many genres into one and calling it an extraction shooter, I really think that extraction shooters are going to be next up. I think this game is going to open up a can of worms. Whether this game evolves and keeps evolving, or other games are created or made. But the way, like, the BR genre started blowing up, I got AI on me right now, is I think this is one of the first of the extraction shooter genres that are blowing up. And yes, I know there's Tarkov, I know there's other extraction shooters out there, Arena Breakout. I've never played any of them. But this is the first one to kind of really break into the casual audience and reach this level of popularity. And I think that it's the start of this genre evolving. The reason why I think this genre is special, and like the reason why I wanted to make this video and talk about Arc Raiders, is if you're watching and you never played this game, like, you're seeing me run around right now, I'm barely doing anything. You're probably wondering, like, why so many people are playing this game, what the point of the game is, why it's so popular. And extraction shooters are just such a mix of genres. Like, I get a lot of ARPG vibes when I play, like, Arc Raiders, which is like Path of Exile 2. Diablo. And it gives you so many game loops and feedback loops of dopamine, meaning it really caters to any type of player. And there's so many things that feel good. When you go into a raid in this game and you complete a quest, when you extract, it feels good to complete the quest. Even if the reward system isn't as good as it needs to be, which maybe in another video I'll talk about my criticisms of the game. But so you could do the quest. Another thing is too is like the big thing is like right now is if I extract with 100k, like when you have a really good raid and you might not even kill anybody, you might just get a lot of loot and get stuff that you need for your benches to upgrade your benches and progress through the looting system and scaling. It feels really fucking good. And like whether it's fucking you're working on your expedition or your skill tree, it feels really good. Even killing an arc is oddly satisfying in this game because it's challenging. And there's so many feedback loops. Yo, you friendly?
Hey.
I'm friendly. I'm friendly. I'm friendly.
Leave me alone.
I'm not gonna kill you. I'm not gonna kill you.
Leave me alone.
I am. I'm leaving you alone. And the idea that you could choose, like, you know, your playstyle and really what you want to work on, it's like having 6 BRs in one, if that makes sense. Like I said, BR, you have one goal, and that's to win your game and win the, like, you know, win the match and be the last one standing. In this game, it caters to any type of player, and this is going to be controversial, and I don't know if I've really thought this through yet, and I can only go off my experience. And I know the Embark CEO confirmed it, but the aggression-based matchmaking might low-key be a genius idea. Listen, I hate matchmaking manipulation when it comes to these games. I think skill-based matchmaking is the death to all video games. I just hate the idea of scientifically trying to make you stay on your game. I think EOMM in Marvel Rivals is fucking terrible, and it exhausted me off the game. But this game and the way the aggression-based matchmaking works, I almost want to say it's kind of tippable. And the thing about, like, you know, extraction shooters in this game in particular, how casual it is you can play a bunch of different ways, and it's a bridge of memories, it's a bridge of moments, and the number one thing that this game has is how you interact with not the environment, but how you interact with other raiders. And it's such a breath of fresh air for people that, you know, want to be friendly and in friendly lobbies, and then yeah, you can run around and just do your quests, and there's not a lot of rage-inducing feedback in this game for the casual player to not want to play it and just keep progressing through the game, which, like I said, whatever, like, progressing through the game can mean so many different things depending on what type of player you are and who you are as a player. I hate having the Rocketeers above me. That's my 13th reason right there is the Rocketeers, dude. Can't stand them. And yeah, I just think extraction shooters, I just think of this idea of the game mode, right, evolving, and we're gonna see where Embark, you know, takes Arc Raiders, because Lord knows if they knew how successful or anticipated how successful this game was gonna be. But I could just think of like games evolving this idea of an extraction shooter where you have all the, like, the looting game loops, and then you have the PvP aspect if you want a PvP, and just the fresh content that they could put into these games. I just really think extraction shooters are kind of like the next sub, man. You know, in a day and age where you play these games, you see Battlefield and the player base is down 80% in 2 months. And, you know, Call of Duty, literally, I was talking to Sharp on stream yesterday. The COD cycle is the same thing every year, but, like, it's gotten shorter every year. Like, now, like, the COD cycle is, like, 2 weeks, dude. You play the game, and 2 weeks later, like, it's done. You know what I mean? Like, there's not a lot to do. And I just think that, like, you know, for a live service format, and that's kind of what the key to the gaming is nowadays for these huge releases that are going to stay around, is what kind of genre is best for the live service format, and what's easier to upload content and bring new content and keep you on the game and experiencing new things. I'm about to die to Rocketeer while I'm yapping. I'm actually about to die to Rocketeer. Wait, did it just hit a raider? I swear to God, I just heard a raider's armor break. The AI is so good in this game, it's kind of insane. Hold on, let me get out of here real quick. I'm actually about to die. I think I'm gonna die. I think I'm gonna get downed. I probably will get downed. Alright, we got out. Alright, we got out alive. We're doing another run. Let me just unload the backpack real quick and we're gonna load back in. Dude, it's honest to God, I gotta get used to this live commentary format. It's really hard to, you know, articulate my thoughts while a rocketeer is raining hell down above you, you know. Let me put everything in the backpack real quick, or sell everything. And I mean, yeah, this guy gave me a Torrente, level 4 Stitcher. Need the moss. And man, like that's why, like, I didn't really understand the Arc Raiders hype, you know what I mean, when the game came out. And like when you get on it for the first time, it's a little slow and it's very overwhelming, you know, like what to sell, what to recycle. But once you you know, get the barrier of entry in, once you start getting like hours in, you realize like where the hook is in the game and what hooks people in and what keeps you on it. And all I'm like sitting here thinking about, and like this is no disrespect to Arc Raiders and this is no disrespect to Embark, right? But I'm thinking about like, all right, what's stopping people from making a Star Wars extraction shooter, or take any IP, a Lord of the Rings, I don't know, like any kind of IP that you could think of, a Halo extraction shooter, and just evolve the world and evolve the game loops of looting and PvE and PvP and being able to do whatever you want. Like what's stopping them right now, like for Arc Raiders, which I would love to see next, is they should put a planet for like a new map, and it should be a raid. They should add raids, literally dungeon raids for PvEers, and then they should also add like some kind of PvP arena for some people are gonna be like, that's Salamantis. I mean, you're not wrong. And then they also should add a different purpose PvP arena for another planet. And what's stopping any kind of game and any kind of IP kind of expanding on the category of extraction shooters? Extraction shooters, and the reason why this game's popular is the content of the game. The interaction that you have with people can change every time. Your freedom of choice in doing whatever you want. There's so many feedback loops that feel rewarding, whether it's looting, whether it's killing people, taking their loot. It's just so fresh, and there's so many ways to get dopamine on the game and feel rewarded after a session or after just one run. And I feel like the value of a good exfil, the value of a good raid run in an extraction shooter is replacing the like what it felt like to win a BR game originally. And yeah, man, that's kind of what I wanted to talk about in the video. We'll do, you know what? We'll do a Braid City run real quick. I'll do another dam run. Why not? We'll do another Hydra run. And yeah, like that's the best way for me to articulate like why Arc Raiders is so popular. I just think it feels good to exfil and have a good run, and I feel like that suspense. It's really fun to play, man. If you guys are watching the video, I highly suggest you give it a shot or tune into the stream. And yo, it's not gonna be for everybody. Games like this are definitely not for everybody. I'm not saying it is. And it's just it's like a surprise to me that I think extraction shooters really have an opportunity to kind of evolve the genre and be next up. And then I think obviously the content world, you know, the content part of the fucking, you know, gaming is so big now that you see all these clips and you see all this content. We'll talk about in other videos like why Battlefield's not doing well or Call of Duty's not doing well, which I said I'm gonna upload like a long articulated. I don't even know if it'll be a live commentary next week. We might do it where I just record some gameplay, and then I really like, you know, write down my main talking points and get through, because I could go on for like 10 years on what's wrong with Call of Duty and what's wrong with Activision. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. And because they're doing about everything fucking wrong that's physically possible over the course of the last decade. So, but yeah, I figured I wanted to make a video. Dude, honest to God, I can't stand this environment. Like, out of all the environments when you spawn in, it's hard to see. But I'm really excited for the extraction shooter genre. I'm excited where this game, you know, evolves to. We're gonna try to get a Hydra and do one more run for you guys. And yeah, dude, I'm thrilled. There's unlimited, like, you know, content when it comes to this game and what it could bring. I love watching Peanuts, you know, shorts, and just seeing people's moments on this game and funny moments and crazy PvP moments. And I'm excited to start PvPing a lot more now that I'm on my way and I have a lot of things done for this season, because I did the expedition last season. Hold on. You ready to close the door? Okay. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe extraction shooters are just the flavor of the month. Maybe this game dies in a month or starts really losing popularity. One thing I will say is this game, or like content, which maybe I'll talk about in another video as well, is like what live service games really are and the expectations of live service games now is they need to move their butts with content. Like games nowadays, and I think it's the reason why like Battlefield's not doing well and it's down 80% in its player base after having such a good release. Is dude, they're just these games are not providing enough content fast enough from when the game's released. And it's hurting them really bad. Now, that doesn't mean, and this is why I don't like saying games are dead. I'm not going to say Battlefield's dead. Because they could come out with a huge season. They can come out with so many different things that... Like, there's cycles of games where people stop playing them because there's no new content. And then they come back to them. That doesn't mean a game is, like, necessarily dead. I hate that term of people trying to kill games. Because I'm a gamer, dude. I want games to succeed. And I think the connotation behind it is stupid. Actually, you know what? Hold on. We might scumbag somebody right here. We might scumbag somebody right here. We might be a rat right here, stream. We might be a rat. Oh, he's nice. Oh, he got me. What a beast. Good shots, bro. He just two-tapped me with an anvil. That guy's an actual animal. But yeah, pretty much that's kind of what I wanted to get across. I think extraction shooters are going to be, you know, next up in the genre. The reasons why is just the content that the game gives and how enjoyable the game loops are, and how you can add a variety of so many game loops, whether you're a PvE player or a PvP player. And yeah, man, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you enjoyed the Yap session. We're going to get better at these live commentaries as we go on. We're going to be making more Arc Raiders, you know, content. Next week, I'm going to try to get the Call of Duty video out for you guys. I know a lot of you guys want to see some Call of Duty content. And I don't want to dig in necessarily, but we're going to just be honest and straightforward about, you know, the state of Call of Duty and, you know, our thoughts on it and Black Ops 7 and whatnot. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, like, comment, subscribe. That guy just smoked me at the extraction. He might have been cheating, to be honest, after looking at his name, which is another problem with all games, but you guys already know that. So, yep, I'll see you guys in the next one, and I'm out.